What's up, YouTube? Jeff here again from High on Android, DopeTechDaily.com. And today I'm going to do a quick question and answer on my drive home about the Moto X Pure. The video last night got a ton of comments, a lot of great responses. So I wanted to get to some of those comments. A lot of people had a lot of questions. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Q&A on my drive home. I'm actually filming this on the front-facing camera of the Moto X Pure, so we'll see how that does. I got it on my iAudi car mount. You guys seen me film plenty of vlogs in the car before, so I'm doing this one in the front-facing camera. I've also, at the end of this video, I'm going to roll some B-roll of some test camera shots I shot today, both inside and outside. It's been a little overcast in Phoenix, but a lot of people asking about the camera. Most of the questions were about that, so we'll get to the camera shots at the end. I also shot some test 4K video, so I'll upload the test 4K video, obviously separate from the rest of the video because that's going to be in 1080p, so you guys can actually see that in 4K. So let's get right into some of the questions. One of the most prominent questions, which I don't know that I can give a great answer to, is about battery life. So a lot of people were asking. You guys are probably going to notice it's a little dark. I'm going through the garage here at the university on my way home from work. So one question about battery life. I've only been through 1.5 cycles. Today the battery life, to be honest, has been pretty poor. So today the battery life has not been great. Actually, this morning I woke up 6 o'clock. I go into work to teach, give a lecture at 6 o'clock, and I teach for 4 straight hours on Tuesday, Thursday. And the battery went from 98% to 80% just on cell standby, which is really annoying. That kind of pissed me off because last night I was getting pretty good battery life when I used it pretty heavily watching videos and everything. Screen on time was really solid. But now, today, it's sort of the standby time was terrible. I don't know if that's a product of using Verizon, which it might be because I'm using my Verizon SIM. Sometimes I do get poor standby time on Verizon. So I'm going to test my T-Mobile SIM card and my AT&T SIM card in the next few days. I'll get back to you guys and let you know if the standby time is any better. You're probably going to notice me sweating because I didn't turn the AC on. This is how much I appreciate you guys. Every time I record a vlog and the AC is on, sort of drowns out my voice. So I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to sweat in the Phoenix heat so you guys can actually hear me a little bit better. But I don't know about battery life. Right now, I shot quite a bit of 4K clips today, a bunch of pictures. And you know, I only went from like 80%, now I'm down to 40. I've been using it pretty heavy, but the standby time was pretty terrible. My screen on time after I've been using it, after I taught, so I've been doing research, just doing stuff in my office. I'm at about 2 hours screen on time, so that's not too terrible for 40%, from 80 down to 40 when I started shooting this video. That's pretty decent, but obviously you can't really say anything about battery life until you get a few cycles and the phone gets used to sort of how you're using it, gets used to the network. So again, I'm going to use it for Verizon the rest of the day, then I'll switch it up to the T-Mobile and AT&T SIMs and see if the standby is any better. What else? The other thing that someone asked is about the Project V SIM card. I do have a Project V account that I've been using on the Nexus 6. I haven't even got a chance to test it on the Nexus 6, but I got it in the mail that I was going to use. I got the kit. So I will try to activate it on my Nexus 6 tonight and then pop the Project V SIM into the Moto X Pure. I don't think it's going to work. I mean, why would it? Google hasn't said that it works. But someone wanted to see, and since I do have the Project V SIM, I figured, yeah, whatever, I'll do that. So I'll pop the Project V SIM in there, and we'll see if it works out. The other question, obviously the big question besides battery life, was about the camera. So people want to know how the camera's performing on the Moto X Pure. So obviously you're going to see the B-roll at the end, but just my impressions personally from my interpretations of the shots I took, the video I took, I think the camera's better than the OnePlus 2. I haven't even had a chance to get my review of the OnePlus 2 up yet. Obviously that's coming. But in terms of the time I've spent with it, I think it's better than the OnePlus 2. It does okay in low light, but I still think it's better than the OnePlus 2. It's way better than the Nexus 6, that's for sure. It's not as good as the S6, Note 5, S6 Edge Plus. That much is clear. And then I've compared it a little bit to the G4, but I really want to do some extra tests because it has been overcast today in Phoenix, so I haven't been able to take as many sort of really good, well-lit shots outside as I'd like to. So I'd like to say that it's on par with the G4 in terms of solid lighting, because when I had taken shots inside with really good lighting, it's done comparably to the G4, but it does struggle in low light. It's not as good as the S6 or the G4 in low light. That's just the bottom line. We kind of all expected that. I still think it's a huge improvement from Motorola over last year's Moto X. Definitely a huge improvement over the Nexus 6, but again, it's not doing that great in low light. I think it does better than the other budget phones I own. Budget, I mean $400-ish range. Better than the OnePlus 2, and even better than the ZT Axon Pro, which I like a lot. What were the other questions that we got? There was a question about the vibration motor. Someone asked about that. How hard is the vibration? I think the vibration's of a reasonable amount. One thing that I know that vibrates a lot is my Gear S. The Moto X Pure is not quite as heavy of a vibration as that, but it's definitely good enough that you can feel it, and not so obvious that it's annoying. So I think the vibration on there is just right for me. Someone else asked about how durable the white back is going to be if it's getting dirty. It is getting dirty in my pocket, so you're getting lint on the back. You guys saw when I unboxed it, there was already a little black mark or something on the top of the phone. I think that was there out of the box, because I mean, I haven't done anything to it. I just took it out of the box. So that's kind of annoying. But this white model, if you get the white with the fabric back, it's going to collect dust and dirt a little bit. So that's something you should be aware of if you do go this route. The other comments were about, what was the other comments? Oh, about the build. So this phone is quite thick in the center. So someone asked if I feel like the thickness helps or hinders the feel of the phone. So it seems to me that the thickness in the center of the phone makes it easier to grip, gives you that nice curve, makes it easier to hold on to, because the S6 Edge Plus, which I actually have right here next to me, that phone, if I don't have a case on it, it's big, but it's also really thin. So because of the fact that it's not that wide, it makes it hard to hold on to, sometimes a little sharp. The S6 Edge Plus is actually a little better than the regular S6 Edge, but it's still kind of a problem. I think this phone is really easy to hold, and overall I really like the way it feels in the hand. So I definitely like the build on this phone. Someone asked if you could turn off the Moto active display and activate the regular ambient display that you have in Lollipop. The answer to that is yes. You can go in the settings and do that. The other thing you can also do is you can turn off all of that stuff. If you don't want ambient display or Moto active display, you can turn all of it off. I do that at night because I keep my phone by my bed, and I don't want it to keep showing the ambient display every time I pick it up or every time I roll over. Sometimes I have it in the bed with me. So I don't like to have that on at night, so I turn it off entirely, and you can do that. That's fine. The other question someone asked was about slow-mo for video. It does have slow-mo video. I haven't had a chance to take a slow-mo video yet because, again, I've been working today. YouTube's not my full-time job. If you guys go and refer 20 people to the channel and we can get 100,000 subs, I'll think about quitting my job as a professor and doing this full-time. But right now I don't. But I haven't had time to shoot a slow-mo video. I will. We'll see how it goes. Again, I did shoot a 4K clip, so you guys can take a look at that. But it does have slow-mo. I'm trying to think about what the other questions are. Oh, the dual SIM slot. Does it have dual SIM slots? Well, on the SIM slot, you guys saw when I unboxed it, it said SIM card 1 on the front, where I put my Verizon SIM. That's true. And then on the back, it says SD card for the other slot. So I don't know if you can stick another SIM there. I haven't tried it. I will try it because obviously, again, I have Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, and Project Fi, I'm sorry, for all the purists out there. I know it's Fi, like Wi-Fi. But I will try to stick another SIM in there and see if you can use both SIM slots. I'm not sure about that because I haven't tried it, but someone asked that question, so I wanted to get to it. I think that's about it, to be honest. I think that's most of the questions that people asked me. A couple people asked me if I would prefer this or the Nexus 6. Personally, the Nexus 6 is too big for most people. I like it because for media, but for me it's even too big to pocket. So for an everyday phone, I would say this. The camera is way better. I think it's way better than the Nexus 6. Still get a super smooth experience, and you get the extra Moto features if you like them. So I would say, if it were me personally, I'd pay the extra $50. It's really an extra $100 because the Nexus 6 is $350 right now. This is $450 if you want a 32 gig version. But I would say go for the Moto X Pure. It's a really solid phone. I like it a lot so far. So I hope I was able to answer some questions. Stay tuned for the B-roll. We got some still shots. I'll try to throw some descriptions on there. Also, the 4K video test I'll upload separately. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have other questions, just throw them down in the comments section. Follow me on Google Plus and Twitter. My links will be in the description. And also check out news.hionandroid.com and my website, Dope Tech Daily. Check that for giveaways. I have a lot of giveaways coming up soon because I got a ton of stuff in that I just haven't been able to review. Sort of do it all in one shot and then give some of it away. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been Jeff with the Moto X Pure Q&A. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.